Hey, what's up guys? I'm still alive, unfortunately, and last week I asked you, what is the best thing you've ever done? And not gonna lie, most of these comments were just completely unsalvageable, but I picked as many as I could. Let's get started. The best thing I've ever done is I created 45 million YouTube channels and subscribed to PewDiePie, proof on YouTube analytics. Oh, so that's how he got so big. The best thing I did was teach a bunch of white people how to dab. You've created monsters. The best thing I've ever done? Released my mixtape as an iTunes exclusive, and it was so fire that it burned down Apple headquarters. The best thing I've ever done is ask my dad for a small loan of $1 million. Wow, is that the real Donald Trump? Told someone that they were wrong on the internet. Fighting the good fight. The best thing I've ever done is switch to PC gaming. Welcome to the PC master race. Best thing I ever did? It was buying my iPhone 6s on release day, of course. Totally worth waiting for hours on end staying in a long line. Much better than my old crappy iPhone 6. I know, every new iPhone is definitely worth a several $100 upgrade. The best thing I've ever done is convincing my parents to stop buying iMacs. They should be eternally grateful to you. And finally, that's actually it. There were no more funny comments. Don't worry, you didn't really miss out. The rest of them were mostly just overused jokes about Comcast. And I do need to mention, it's basically the last day to get one of these hats. If you want one, link's in the description. It's the last chance, probably not gonna be available again. And as I mentioned in the first video, if you guys send me pictures of you wearing it, I'll put them in future videos if you want. And now it's time for Dummy of the Week, where we go over someone who's just been a big dummy. And this week we have a guy named Jeremy McCook, who's apparently very protective of his garden. You see, on this occasion, Jeremy's neighbor was actually having some sort of cookout or a party or something like that, and one of the neighbors happened to spot some yams growing on the fence line. Jeremy's yams. Anyway, the guest didn't know what they were, so he decided to dig them up for some reason. Well, Jeremy saw this and started yelling at the guy to stop digging up his yams. Who wouldn't? But then the argument escalated until Jeremy pulls out a gun and pistol whipped the guest and then shot at him between the legs. Luckily, the bullet did not hit him. Shortly after, of course, the police arrived and Jeremy was arrested with several charges. Those must have been some good yams, man. But anyway, let me ask you guys this for next week. Hopefully we can do better. What is the worst concept for a TV show you can imagine? You can leave your dumb comments in the section below or use the hashtag ThioJoe Worst Show on Twitter, and I'll read my favorite ones next Monday. And of course, here's this week's fun fact. 1 + 1 = you suck. So I hope you guys somehow enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up so I know you liked it, and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on next week's video. And if you want to check out last week's video, here's a sample. I once unplugged a flash drive without safely ejecting it first. Worst thing I ever done? Spelled something false on the internet.